nenywa omwenge ne mpulira kale nga nvuddeko nzenna sikyategeera bintu.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Coltons podcast. And today I'm at Light Secondary and Vocational School Bulenga, and besides me I have these wonderful students. With them we're going to break down how high school prepares you for real life. I know Abasinga we go out of high school and we're not prepared enough for what we shall face out there. So with these students, they're going to help me break down how high school can prepare you for real life. I am your host, Precious Ainembaba Subi, and I'm going to give these wonderful students an opportunity to introduce themselves before we proceed.
Hello everyone, happy Independence Day. I'm by the names of Chiganda Aldrin Francis, the head boy of Light Secondary and Vocational School Bulenga. Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Nakakembo Hawa.
Hello everyone, I'm by names of Emerson Mwebaza.
Hello everyone, my name is Nakura Mili Eve.
Hi everyone, my name is Nasus Jemaima.
So as you've all had their names, we're now going straight to the point. How does high school prepare you for real life? You guys, when you hear the word high school preparing you or high school prepares you for real life, what exactly pops into your mind or what comes into your mind when you hear high school and real life? Like, how do you connect those two into your mind? Starting with Hawa.
Thank you so much. So, when I hear high school and then real life, I think of the life in school, as in how does life in school prepare us for the life outside school? Because even life in school is real life, but then at some point when you're done with your studies, we go out to face the real world. So this topic is all about how is high school preparing us for the real world, as in how to behave with different kinds of people from different backgrounds, that's all.
Okay. I think high school helps us to know how we can utilize the people that we are living with, the people of different calibers, because we come at school, we are of different tribes, color, and we have different objectives. So the school teaches us how we can utilize the friends we have so that we can learn positive things on them, and we can use them to generate something good that can enable us to become prominent people in future. Yes.
Okay, sweetheart in the middle, tell me, when you hear the word high school prepares you for real life, what comes into your mind?
When I hear the word high school, like in school, there are many things, but mostly high school prepares us, like when you go outside, character. On the part of character, what I can say that people are in school of different behaviors. You will find there are people that they are disciplined, somebody's God-fearing, this one, like many people in school, but the way to cooperate with them, like it's the outside world. How are you going to, if you find like a manager of a certain restaurant, how do you reply? Like the way you reply to teachers. That's what I can say about high school preparing us outside there.
So in short, is that for you, when you hear the word high school preparing you for real life, it comes to character, because high school nurtures you into a character that will help you associate with other people outside. The fact that in school we are so many students from different backgrounds, from different tribes, and from different families. So if you're able to cooperate or associate with your fellow students, meaning it is preparing you for real life. Okay, so now this brings me to question 2. which most people argue that, in fact, school doesn't teach you real life stuff like, budgeting, handling money, and all that. So, what do you have to say about that?
Thank you very much. I personally believe that high school is preparing us for the life to come. I'll give a scenario that students, since we come from different families, our parents give us different things. We all get to know, what do I need, what do I want in school. A parent will provide 20,000 to the first. Let us assume I'm given 20,000 and that's going to be given 50. I believe we cannot spend this money the same way. Why? My income is different from the other one. So, in school, I have to know that if this is what I'm supposed to have today, I have to have this today and this one have the other. We are of different incomes. So school is preparing us for that world. We are going to be having different work. Some will be an engineer, someone will be a lawyer. We shall not earn the same. But everyone can live in life minus having struggles with each other. That can be through aspect, I will not compete with him because I'm used to that. So that is one of the ways I think that school is preparing us for real life in such a way.
So what you're trying to bring in short is that school is preparing you to live within your means. Yes. If you have 20,000, the other person has 50,000, but you all go to the same canteen. So you should know, maybe for him, if he buys a Rolex and egg roll, but you should buy cassava. Yes. Anyway, yeah, that is a good thing. So, sweetheart, you're going to tell us. Most people argue that high school doesn't teach us real stuff like, handling money, budgeting, and all that. So tell me your take on that.
For that, on my supply, I supply that school teaches us that we should not look at our family's wealth. Let me say, you can come on your final background, but in your background, whereby you're at your home, you're wealthy, whereby here at school it's not going to teach you anything, because here at school you are going to be treated the same, whereby you're not going to be looking at our home we have a lot of money, and maybe that's how I can say it.
Yeah, and actually to add on what these students have said on that, it is not all about money. You people, real life is not all about money. Real life is about time management, critical thinking, and how to associate with people. Because some of us be in school, we spend most of the like for a student, they spend most of the time in school. It is school, home, school, home, school, home for about, I think, 20 years. Yeah, for about 20 years, because most of the school-going children finish school at most when they're 20 years. So, meaning for all your 20 years you've been in school, home, and real life is not about holiday breaks or lunch breaks or what. It is about time management, critical thinking, and how you can hustle to earn that living. Anyway, let's go to another question, and probably a last question, and every one of you will give me a take on that. Are we together? Each one of you will give me a take on that. What is that one thing you wish high school prepared you for better? You understand? Now, like I personally, I wish high school prepared me better with financial literacy. You understand? I wish in my high school we had those financial literacy lessons. They are set aside, leave alone chemistry, science, geography, mathematics, and whatsoever. What I really wish is if high school had lessons set aside for financial literacy. Because we go to school, you're given, let me say 100, but it all goes. You understand? But if maybe high school sets, those special lessons, and they are put on the timetable for savings to teach us how to save and all that, it would have been Better, yeah. So I want you to tell me, what is that one thing you wish high school prepared you better for? Okay.
Thank you so much. For me, I think high school could prepare us for different practical skills, like skills in business management, because at some point, the way we are all in school, it's not that all of us we are going to complete senior 4 and then join HSC and then go for university. It's not like that. Some of us stop in senior 4 and then you find others joining vocational institutions, and then some of us proceed to form 5 and form 6, and then some of us stop in senior 6 and then some others proceed to the university. But then if you're in high school and then we are taught some other businesses, or we are taught business management skills, or we are taught some other ventures that we can invest in, such that that even though we are done with school and maybe my parent does not have money so that I can proceed to the next level, but then I have practical skills, or I can easily bake cakes and I know that I'm going to set up my small bakery, or I can easily go for hairdressing or plumbing or what, such that we could have practical skills other than the things of biology and geography and any other thing we study in class. For me, that's what I wish high school could,
Personally, I think the high school would have taught us to categorize ourselves, to give ourselves levels. We are not of the same level. Like here at school, you can find a student given 20,000 for pocket money for a full term, and another one is given 100,000, whereby the rate of expenditure this girl or a boy that is being given 100 to spend, he or she does not spend on a same rate than as this one who have been given the 20,000, whereby I think that the high school teaches us that we are not of the same level, so you shouldn't be influenced by other people, or you shouldn't take yourself on the same levels of other people, that I'm going to spend like the other one, or like the other person, or like my friend. After spending, you are going to face a bad repercussions, and you have bad thoughts like stealing, so that you can reach his standards or her standards. I think the school can teach us that.
So you wish the school could put aside special lessons for letting you know that you're not equal. You're not equal with one another, though you study in the same school, you eat the same food, you all sleep on deckers, but then you'll find someone's case. They have 2 cases, one for each, others for, Tell us, what is that one thing you wish high school taught you better?
Thank you once again. I personally think school can teach us investment. Entrepreneurship students always have a topic called saving and investment. But where does it end? I have sat in class, the teacher has told me saving and investment, this is the advantages, I've learned all that. But can we go beyond that? Can we go beyond what we learn on the blackboard? We can go beyond that. I have $1 million, I'll spend it, then what next? If school can teach us, let us invest, because there's life after that. I wish that school can teach us that we have life to take on after high school, that we can invest the little we have, and I believe it is done earlier. We can go on with it until we can go on with it the whole of our lives.
What you're trying to say is these investment and saving skills shouldn't only be taught to entrepreneurship students. It should be a must for every learner in high school to learn how to invest and how to save. Well, that is a brilliant and good idea.
Thank you so much. For me, what I could say now, if the school could improvise and bring out classes of love, Like they put like in a particular time, they say that all students come to the main hall. Let us have discussions about love, like the way you must trust each other, like the way you must behave. Like if I love you, I cannot steal anything from you, as the Bible says that love one another. So the moment you continue with that love in school, you will not find thefty. Nobody will abuse each other. No bad words, no vulgar language throughout the school, due to that love that you develop in school. Thank you so much.
Anyway, there you're very right, because practically, if I'm your friend and I love you, I can't even have bad thoughts about you. Maybe even these people who steal us, like who steal people, murder people, maybe they are not taught love, and that is one thing we really need to be nurtured in straight away from nursery, teaching us to love one another, because this is the hatred that we portray outside. Maybe you see some students are not loved at home. When it comes to school, it is the same thing. Nebechawa bewosanganga that the I don't care person, they steal, they murder people. You really have a point. I think there should be lessons of love. We should be taught how to love one another. We should be taught how to endure one another, and that is only through love.
For me, what I think is about whereby not relying on others for survival, but making friends who are going to help you maybe in difficult times. Maybe that's all.
So, yes, actually, as you've said, school should really give us a lot of social capital, because what you've talked about, socializing and all that, is social capital. You'll get out of high school without social capital, and things outside there are not really easy. Everyone really needs what we call social capital for a living, because now these people are the ones who will, help us in those difficult times, come through for us if we're not doing well. So as schools, as we're still young, please teach us how to accumulate social capital. Teach us how to be nice to people, as she said, lessons of love. Okay, teach us how to invest. Teach us how to know that we're not the same as each other. I mean, teach us how to live within our means, because these are the things that young people need to survive out there. Kubanga, as a young person, you get out of high school with the excitement. You think you now have the freedom to do whatever you want, but darling, it is not freedom. It is not freedom as you think. So, high school should prepare us more for that. So, till next time, I remain Precious Ainembaba Subi, and I've been at Light Secondary and Vocational School, Bulenga. And if you have that one thing that you wish high school had taught you before, you can please let us know in the comment section. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Bye.